A big hello and a warm welcome to all of you amazing and beautiful people out there. Welcome to my channel, the Twin Flame Union. In this channeling session, I would be talking about the divine masculine. He suddenly feels very impatient, and in his impatience, the reason behind that is his inability to connect with the divine feminine. And this is a type of energy here. What is being happening is that between the DM and the DF, the DM, who was not the chaser earlier, who was not even the runner, not even the chaser, basically was in a neutral energy, because the divine feminine's energies were not that great. The energies were in low vibration, low frequency. And due to inner work, due to devotional inner work, the energy got raised. Okay. And as soon as the energy got raised, the masculine could start sensing the feminine's energy around him. Earlier, he was not able to sense the energy. He would know about her, like he would say hi or hello. These are not the people who are not in no contact, because everybody is not in no contact. A lot of people think that most twin flame couples, all of them are in no contact. No contact for some people means that they don't talk. They don't want to talk to each other. They have blocked each other. They don't want to see each other. In some cases, no contact could mean that there is not much happening. Just hi, hello, how are you? All right, you're good, fine. That much is happening. So one of the person is, they deeply like this person, they want to meet this person, they make plans for this person. But the other person is not that aware, okay? Not that aware of their feelings. Though there is a connection in between, there always has been a strong connection. But what is that connection? They don't know. For private sessions, personal readings, guidance on dream interpretation, counseling and therapies, please go through the description box first, and once you're sure, write to me at thesunamoon@gmail.com. When it comes to twin flame intuitive readings, I prefer not knowing anything from you about your journey before the reading, so that we can get the best and most accurate answers. But in case of therapies, you have to share with me different facets of your life, so we can heal the wounded inner child, which then leads to a 5D union. And without the 5D union, 3D union is not possible. You can also get my book, In the Name of Love. It has 5 channel twin flame stories based on the journey of finding your ultimate soulmate. The link is also given in the description box. This book is quite capable in uplifting the energies of people who are in low frequencies and low vibrations. You can connect with me on Instagram. The handle is the Sunamoon Goddess, and you can check out 2 more channels, the Sunamoon Vlogs, which is based on Ascension Lifestyle, and Ramayan and Mahabharat Diaries. Ramayan and Mahabharat Diaries is a channel which I would be dedicating on the stories of Lord Sri Ram and Sita and Shri Krishna's life. So when Shri Krishna was born, you all know, some of you must have heard about Radha and Krishna's love story also. Both Ram and Sita and Krishna and Radha, they were divine twin flame couples. So their life story can give you a lot of energy. It can uplift you, bring you out from dark corners and dark places, and it can increase devotional energy in you. In the twin flame journey, it's very important to be in devotional energies. It's very important to surrender. Okay, here taking control doesn't work. Here surrendering works much better than anything else. Now, due to inner work, because I always tell people that inner work is magical. A lot of people think that, okay, inner work is, what is inner work? We don't know. And they are very confused about inner work. Some of the feminines have even asked me this question: what is inner work? How to do inner work? What all is included in inner work? So inner work for twin flamers is, simply put, devotion. Devotion towards the source. The more devotion you have towards the source, the more loyalty you have towards source, the more you know how we put things that are not good in fire. We burn it in fire. Similarly, when you start putting all your negativity, all your insecurities, all your stupidities, all your ego, all of those things, when you burn it in fire, when you put it in fire, that's the time you come out as cleaner, purer being. What does fire do? Fire doesn't only perish things into it. Fire also purifies. Okay? That's why when we do yajnas and we do pujas and we do havan, we use fire. Fire God, we pray to fire God and we ask fire God that we are putting all of these things in fire. We are putting the ghee, we are putting the oil, we are putting the flowers. In India, every time we put something, we offer something to fire, we use the word swaha. Okay? If you check the meaning of swaha, this word swaha also means so be it. Sometimes it also means to put an auspicious end to something. And it also means to offer something and to purify it. Okay? In fire. We also say that penance also means purification of one's soul. So when we come to planet Earth, we become very impure. We have many impurities, and these impurities, they get removed due to devotion and penance. And some of the people think that devotion means you have a dream or you have a desire and you pray to God and you get that. No. It means that you burn that desire away. You remove that desire from your being so that God makes things happen. Okay? Now here the feminine might be having some kind of desires in her heart, in his or her heart. So this feminine energy can be in a man also, it can be in a woman also, in this context, in this specific channeling. So what he or she is doing is basically they wanted love of the divine masculine, but the divine masculine's love was not reaching to them. The divine masculine didn't even know maybe that this is the amount of love this person has for me, or this is the amount of liking they have for me. Most of the times divine masculines are in a limbo. They are in some kind of a limbo. So the connection between him and the feminine, the masculine and the feminine, is a weak connection. So even if there is goodness in the feminine, even if sometimes, the feminine could be very good looking, very attractive in real life, but the masculine would be completely oblivious to that. Or the feminine could be possessing a lot of good qualities, but the masculine would be completely blind to that. They would not even know about it. But due to devotion, due to upliftment of the energy, because of higher frequency, from low frequency to high frequency, when the feminine energy starts moving, so how do the chakras also work? If the chakra is dormant, if the chakra is not working, it's not spinning. Okay, so chakras are like disc of energy. When this disc of energy is not moving, the energy will not work. Okay, so when the person's energy starts raising, the disc of energy, it starts moving in round direction, okay, in circular motion. So when it starts moving, automatically the energy will start working, and that particular person will start vibrating in higher energy. And this is when that gap or the weak link of energy, because energy is like, say, it's like a wire in between the two, okay? But now there is no energy. How will that energy reach from one person to another? Sometimes it happens that a person who's not in devotional energies, they get so weak that even their body starts giving up. They will either go into an accident, they will either fall sick, or their business or their job or their financial income, their source of income will not be happening. They would be depending on other people for support constantly. They would be asking for support, looking for support, not feeling good, always feeling sad, always thinking nobody loves me, nobody likes me. All those type of negative thoughts, I'm not worthy enough, I'm not good enough, I'm not nice enough, I'm not, these type of thoughts will come to them. But when this energy, all the discs, when they start working, the energy is flowing, then they don't have all this feeling. They become very independent and they become also very solution oriented. Otherwise, they will think nothing is going to work, nothing is going to happen, my life is a mess, I can't do this, I can't do that. And suddenly when the energy will start working in them, their things, even old stuck things that are stuck in the past, things that have no movement, all those things will also start working. They will be brimming with ideas. They will be brimming with confidence. You have to understand, how do business people do business in the market? It's not like every time they put in money on the table and they do. Most of the times it's confidence. They take money or they take credit or they take some contents from the market and they are confident enough that they are going to sell it off. Okay? Same thing happens with people when they have confidence that yes, I'm going to pull off this relationship or my life is going to go somehow, like go as in it's going to go to the next level. My life is going to work out. Things are going to happen to me. Everything will be fine. I'm going to get up. I'm going to get the motivation. They think like that. Automatically, the confidence in them, it starts working, So here also in this channeling also the same thing has happened. The feminine did not have the energy, the feminine energy, the feminine, not the female or the male, but anybody who possessed this energy, they did not have that feeling, that confidence, that power within them, that my life is worth living. But due to devotional energy, due to love of God, due to how, you just have that faith, you take the leap of faith in things. That happened, and now this person's energy is like well lit. You can see it. If there is a bulb in the room and it's not working, you can't see the light coming from it. But if you fix that bulb or you put a new bulb over there, automatically when you switch on the connection, the light will be visible to everyone. Same thing, the feminine's light is now visible to the masculine, and the masculine is constantly thinking about the feminine. Like, where is the feminine? What is happening? He wants to contact the feminine. He's probably trying to send some messages to the feminine, but he can't find the number or something, or maybe he's unable to contact the feminine, so he's getting very restless. And he is also thinking, he or she, whosoever possesses the runner energy, the masculine energy, that person is also thinking, why was I not able to think about the same person in the same way earlier? What happened? Why this person's presence or aura was not visible to me? Why now only I'm so restless, I want to talk to this person, I want to find out what's happening, where is she or where is he, or things like that, It's not the lustful energy, it's not the selfish energy, it's not the greedy energy, it is just the good, the happy energy, the positive energy, the uplifted energy of care and concern towards a person. Like, how is this person? What happened to this person? Now, we don't know, in this channeling, we don't know that if the feminine is in the equal zone or not, because this session is about the masculine's energy. For sure, the masculine is taking keen interest in this person. He started talking about this person to his or her family members or friends or other people. Somehow this person, the feminine, has become a part of the masculine's conversations, which didn't happen earlier. Earlier, even if the feminine was interested, even if the feminine wanted it to happen like that, the feminine wanted to meet him or her, him or her, gender specific. It's not gender specific over here. But the masculine was not sure, was not interested, or was just confused, or did not know what to do, what to say yes or say no, because the energy of the feminine was such. Okay, so on this note, I would be closing this channeling session. Thank you so much for being here with me. One love and peace out.